Hi guys, Mark Foreman here on a Monday, December 22nd. And I actually checked, it is the 22nd. The last episode I kept saying it was the 20th when it was actually 21st. But this is Monday. Just got back from some on site work. Kind of tired today. But anyway, the table must go on. So this is the fourth installment, I believe, maybe fifth. I have to go check, of the Memaw table project, where I replace our dining room table with a beast of a walnut and kind of a design down the middle. So we went from making trapezoids to baby triangles to triangle logs. Well, today we're going to take ah, 6 of those triangle logs and make a hexagon. So here's what we got. This is 6 triangles that I've arranged in the pattern that I want. And if you look closely, you can see a 6-sided cube in there. You got the top, which is the walnut, and then here comes another side made out of maple, and then here's the third side made out of cherry. You may not be able to see it very well, but let me show you a little trick to kind of make it look what it's going to look like when it's finished and coated and everything. It's called water popping. See, that makes a much bigger difference. Now the maple and the cherry look much different than each other. If you look closely, you'll see the little red oak triangle tips in there. And you can see why I put them in there now. That gives it kind of a see-through illusion, like the background is the tiny little specks of red oak that's kind of sneaking through the pattern. So that's a hexagon. So we're going to go on. This is going to be glue up number 3, where we glue triangles into hexagons. Now, I don't have a hexagonal uh, jig to glue these up. It would require lots of different directions of force to clamp that in. So what I'm going to do instead is we're going to take the top 3 triangles and put them right next to the bottom 3 triangles and glue these up into, what are we going to call this, a triangle plank. And then whenever we do the next 6, we can put those on top and you'll see the pattern reemerge. So I'm going to do a whole lot of these. And then we're going to kind of go on hold while I work on the 2-inch thick walnut slabs, because I have to find the exact final height or thickness of that slab, because when we start cutting these, that chunk has to be exactly the same height as the slab, or that's going to involve a whole lot of sanding or something else creative. So I'm going to use the same jig that we use to make triangles to make slabs. So let's head on over there and I'll show you the first glue up of step 3. Be right back. So now we're at the other end of the glue up and finishing table with our Clampzilla here. So first thing I got to do, I think I need to make it a little bit wider. So that first. Let's just go right there for now. We'll need one of these glue up triangles to make this happen. It will be shoved up over here. So let's get the triangles and see how it works. the other three, and that's where I need the glue up triangle. Okay, so pull this apart just a little bit more. And this is in real time, the first time I've actually done this. So you're watching me learn as I go. So our goal is to put glue on all the sides where the triangles touch, clamp it all down to a plank. So I think the best way to attack this is to get this to be a little closer. All the same. Yes, they are. Let's do it to it. Where's my rubber mallet? We're beating into submission. These guys out of that. See, with this Type Bond 3, it still hasn't gotten to the point where it won't move at all. I still have some time for minor adjustments. Very close. That'll do. Actually, I know what I'm going to do there. I had planned on the ability to further clamp if I need to. Center section. I think this is one of those times. It's not good. Yeah, it's doing the same thing over here. This outer triangle is starting to come loose right there. Okay, this glue is well past its bench time, so it's starting to stick, and we're gonna get what we're gonna get. I don't think it's bad, but I think I need to do some process improvement before we make a new triangle plank. What I'm concerned with is how these triangles on top, or the triangles pointing down, aren't making it all the way to the bottom because the triangles pointing up are so smashed together. And the same thing is happening at the top. While this might look just fine for this plank, you have to remember there's going to be planks glued together, and they're all going to have to be flush. That gets into glue up number 4, and there is actually a glue up 5. I've been saying this was a 4 glue up process, but I started thinking about it, and yes, there's a 5th glue up. So this is kind of a lesson learned in what you don't do. Since this was the first time I had tried to glue up a triangle plank, I should have done a dry test first. I should have done it without any glue, see where the gaps are, and adjust. The red glue up triangles, the fact that that top is lopped off is good when we're making triangle logs, but it's bad when we're making planks because it wants to ride all the way down to the bottom, which messed up some subsequent places. So by putting this little piece of scrap in there, I rectified that in the field, per se. We'll wait for it to dry, and we'll see what we got. Doesn't always work perfect. But hey, didn't kill me. I didn't lose the tip of a finger. No woodworker was harmed in the filming of this video. So we'll see what we got, and we'll go from there. Catch you in a couple hours.